Hey you guys, and welcome back for another day in the life of a project engineer. My name is Daniel Montenegro, and I work for a structural engineering company based outside Atlanta. Today, I have a lot of work to do, but first I want to set up my workstation and get my laptop up and running. I know this may be kind of nerdy, but I also bring my keyboard and mouse with me whenever I work from home because, I bought them myself and they're just really great. The Logitech Master Keys, oof, highly recommend. Anyways, so once I've got everything set up, it's time to work. So this morning I have some emails to respond to, but since none of them are urgent and have to be addressed right away, I set them aside and start working on my to-do list. I usually find that a list helps me keep track of what's done, what needs to be done, and being able to prioritize my tasks. Alright, so for today's list, we have 3 projects we really have to work on. This one is going to probably take some time. I'm just reviewing a model and just trying to finalize that. Lateral and gravity design. I'm going to hold off on that so I can do it alongside another project. And then we have project number 2. I'm still waiting to send this out, but this pretty much should go out today. And then the third project has been an ongoing thing. It's the senior living center that I've been working on. So yeah, so we have a full day. Probably not gonna do all of it, but that's the whole point. You just at least have to keep track of where you're at and what you have left to do the next day and the following day and so on and so forth. So today my coworker is Mocha, who's helping me out by telling me where to click and what to press. So I really appreciate the help. But in all seriousness, the first task I want to tackle is reviewing someone else's model and just making sure it's done correctly, the way the company has their standards set up and all that jazz. But yeah, so far it looks good and no complaints. Just wrote some notes down in comments and moved on to the next task. I guess something that I should also mention is that reviewing someone else's work actually can take some time. Everyone sets up projects differently, and it's kind of interesting trying to understand someone else's thought process. So the second task I had was to pretty much send out the final permit set for this renovation job. I was waiting on the architect to verify some information that should be included in the title block and some other minor stuff about revision clouds. So nothing big, but it's just a matter of waiting for the architect to respond to you. So it is what it is. So for lunch, I just wanted to make something small, just a sandwich with roast beef and turkey. Yeah, nothing special there. I don't know why I'm telling you my lunch, but yeah, I have lunch and make myself a second cup of coffee. So I realized that I should have started with the copy monitor feature earlier on, because now I kind of shot myself in the foot by missing obvious things like wall openings. There's nothing I can do about it for this project besides just put my head down and try to go through it as fast as possible for the modeling portion, because I'm spending way too much time in this portion of the project. I know this project isn't going out until like the end of the year, but I don't want to blow through the company's budget and spend too much time on this. Not only is it my first time handling a project with this company of this scale, but it's also the first time the architect is using Revit instead of CAD. So it's not a great combination. It's pretty much the perfect storm of, trying to get the model to work and coordinating with the architect, because it's not good. Pretty much, but I'm trying to work with it. Yeah, I guess I'll just get back to it. So I pretty much did what I said I was gonna do. I was gonna do it the hard way, and try to fix all the wall openings by just eyeballing it, trying to look at the 3D model and do it that way. But the next day, I bit the bullet and said, screw it, just delete all the walls, do it the way the company does it, just do the copy monitor. That way it has all the openings and all the wall placements you need. It will bring in a lot of walls we don't need, but at least you'll have all the walls that you do need. When I did that, turns out not all the wall openings transferred over. I don't know why. I don't know if that's just a problem with copy monitor sometimes, but it pretty much left me in the exact same place I was the day before, which was not all the wall openings were accounted for. What's also ironic was that my next video for the Senior Living Center project series was the model, how I set up my Revit model, my workflow, my thought process, not necessarily a tutorial, a step-by-step tutorial, because I don't feel like I should be someone you go to for Revit tutorials. I mean, there's so many other YouTube channels that are dedicated to just that. So right now, still getting emails, oh boy. Okay, that's a confirmation. That's also another confirmation. All right, sweet, okay. Whew. That's the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is like shut everything down, already like mentally check out, and they're like, hey, I need one more thing. Oh boy. Thank you. So today, is a good day. I'm gonna go hit the gym now. Before I head out, I dump all my footage of the day onto my MacBook. That way it just has some time to transcode and render whatever it does in the background. But man, these file sizes are getting crazy. I mean, I'm looking at half a terabyte right here of footage. I also forgot to charge my Apple Watch today, so I'm pretty much starting from 0. So let's see how many rings I can fill out after the gym. So after having my protein shake, I shower, make dinner, and set up my gaming computer because a friend wanted to play some Overwatch tonight. And tomorrow I'll probably edit the footage, or maybe the day after, but that pretty much sums up my day. So yeah, thanks for tagging along, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.